further with you. Okay, I'm going to put 2 sticks down. Okay, basically parallel. Okay, 2 parallel sticks. Now, I use this a lot with my younger players, my little guys and little girls. Okay, but it's a good visual for you as well. Okay, I want you to think of these 2 sticks right here as a runway. Okay, you're the pilot of the plane, and the club is the plane. We got to land the plane. Okay, I want you to move through or down your target. Now, if you come across the golf ball, you're going to skid off the runway and everybody's going to perish, right? We don't want that happening. Okay, so I'm going to put you right in the middle of the runway here. I want to see the club move right down your target. Flag. There's a series of questions, William, that I want you to ask yourself. Okay, the first question is this: is this chip shot uphill or downhill?
Uphill.
It's uphill. Okay, is gravity working with you or against you? Well, look at it. Does it look uphill or downhill?
Uphill.
Okay, so is gravity working with you or is it against you?
Against you.
Yeah, it's against you. And if you were to miss this shot, William, is it better to miss it out to the left or is it better to miss it out to the right?
Miss it out to the right.
Okay, why? Tell me why.
There's some more green.
Okay, there's more green on the left-hand side. You're right. But which way is the green sloping?
Sloping towards the right.
Okay, you notice the clubhouse here and you notice the lake over here. What's the natural slope?
The right.
Yeah, everything's kind of going down to that lake, right? So if you chip this golf ball and you hang it out to the right, the ball, what do you think this ball is going to do?
Right.
Yeah, it's going to move away from your pin, but if you aim out to the left, the ball will continue to move into the hole. You following? Now, all 3 of those questions will help you decide where you want the ball to land. Because this is an uphill chip shot, do you think you want your landing area closer to the pin or closer to you?
Closer to the pin.
Yeah, closer to the pin because Mother Nature's going to be putting the brakes on it. So our bailout area is really to the left, okay? Now, what you do before the execution of any shot is equally as important as the execution. How do you know where to land this golf ball if you don't go through a process? And that's what we really want to sharpen up with you. You're a really good single-digit player, and what we want to do is we want to take your game to the next level. Feel, finesse, and touch, okay? It's not about power, okay? Are you going to lose the golf ball between here and that blue pin? No, you're not going to lose the ball, okay? So it's about feel, finesse, and touch. So if you want more control or feel, finesse, and touch, the lower you go on this grip and the closer you bring it to your body, the more feel, finesse, and touch you're going to have, okay? So with a shot like this, typically what I will do is I'll take the pointer finger of my right hand and my right thumb and I will put it on the shaft first. You see I'm putting it on the shaft first here? Now I'm going to grip the club. Now notice how much I've choked down on this club. You following? Now, I'm going to have you hit a chip a couple of golf balls here and I want you to ask yourself, do you have more control over what you're trying to do being that far down on the grip? Let's go ahead and try it. So what we want to do is we want to sharpen up your pre-shot routine. If I can get you to do what I'm about to show you, I can almost save you anywhere from 3 to 5 strokes per round. That's a lot. That's significant. Okay? Now, let me start by saying this. Pre-shot, there's 2 big benefits that you get when you take a pre-shot routine. The first one is that it lowers your heart rate, okay? Which is very, very important, which in turn lowers your anxiety level. You ever gotten up to a golf ball and said to yourself, I don't want to hit it? It happens all the time, right? If it hasn't happened, it will happen, I promise, okay? What your body is basically saying is don't hit the golf ball. You're not ready to hit the golf ball. Now, there's only a few things that a golfer can utilize to build a positive frame of mind. One is practicing, and the other one is pre-shot routine, okay? Always remember this. You're going to hit some horrible shots. You're going to hit some bad shots. Everybody does. Tour players do it, okay? We don't want to exasperate the bad shot with an alignment issue. I want you to be able to tell me emphatically, I know I was aiming where I was aiming based on what I'm doing here, okay? So we want to sharpen up your pre-shot. Pre-shot starts 10 to 15 feet behind the golf ball. you have any idea why we want to come this far back?
To see.
Yeah.
See better.
Yeah, see down the fairway a bit better, right? I see a lot of players, they'll come about 4 feet away from the golf ball and they're looking down their target line like this, okay? When you're this close, you have to look down at the golf ball and out towards your target. But if I come back 10 feet, 10 to 15 feet, I can look down the middle of my fairway and I can see the ball out of my peripheral. You'll see a lot of your tour pros, they're coming back at least 10 to 15 feet behind the golf ball. That's exactly what they're doing, okay? When you're back here, 10 to 15 feet behind the golf ball, I want you to keep your club in your right hand. Do you have any idea why I want you to keep your club in your right hand?
Yeah.
Which arm is your power arm?
Okay.
Yeah, what we want to do is we want to let your power arm or your hitting arm, which is your left arm and your left hand, relax a little bit. Let the blood flow to the tips of the fingers, okay? You'll see too many players, I see too many players like this, are gripping the club like this, looking down the fairway, and they're gripping this club like a chicken wing, okay? And the blood never gets to the tips of the fingers. Always remember, golf is all about feel, finesse, and touch. It's a feel sport, okay? So let the blood flow down there. Any type of movement that you can do with your hands, moving them in and out like this, or moving your wrist back and forth like this, squirts the blood down into the tips of the fingers so you have more feel, okay? So try and keep the club in your right hand, let your hitting arm rest a little bit. When you're back here, William, what I want you to do is I want you to pick something 1 to 2 feet in front of this golf ball that's on your target line, okay? This is going to be very, very important. There's a lot of things that can intimidate you on a hole, and that's the reason why I brought you out here to hole number 7 to show you or go over pre-shot routine with you. It's a narrow fairway lined with trees on both sides, and there's a lake and a creek going all the way down the left-hand side in those trees. So it's a very intimidating hole. Unlike the driving range where you've got wide open spaces, a whole bunch of do-overs, and flat lies. But here, you've got a narrow fairway, you've got one shot, right? And you're playing to a scorecard. So there's only a few things that the player can rely on, pre-shot and practice rounds. So hitting something 1 to 2 feet in front of the golf ball is going to be very, very important. Just for training purposes, let's just say I'm going to put a tee down. Okay, now you can't do this legally, but just for training purposes, I'm going to come out here. And I'm going to put that about 1 to 2 feet in front of the golf ball. Okay? And we're going to assume that that is our target line right there. Okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw an imaginary line from this golf ball to this tee, and we're going to utilize the tee just a little bit. Right there, buddy. We're going to utilize this line for 3 things, William. Okay? The first thing I want to do is I want to get my feet parallel with this imaginary line. Okay, as much as I can. Okay, think of railroad tracks. You've got one side of the railroad track here. You've got the other side of the railroad track right here. Try and get as parallel as you can. I don't want you to set up like this, and I don't want you to set up like this. Try and get as parallel as you can. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to square your club face to this target line right here. Okay? I don't want your club face open. I don't want the club face shut down. Think of a perfect cross or a T-junction set up to that line. Okay? Square that club face. The third and final thing that I want you to do is I want you to pull the club head back on that line, and I want you to drive the club through and over that line. If you do that, you're throwing darts down your target. Now, what do you think is going to be easier for you to get a line to? Something 1 to 2 feet in front of this golf ball, or something